Daytona International Speedway, the holy ground of racing. Hundreds of people come each day looking for a thrill.
It's amazing. We get people from all around the world, all around the country that have crazy and amazing stories that you get to take for a ride. The fact that I just get to wake up every morning and just come here and drive all day, it's great.
At the NASCAR Fan Experience, drivers like Logan Misuraca take people for a spin, but a day's work does add up.
It's crazy, and to a lot of people it seems like so much, but then by the time the day is already over and we'll run 1.5 Daytona 500s, it's just like, that was it.
From Sanford, Florida, starting ninth, Logan Misuraca!
Can't think of any better prep to actually race at the Speedway.
Leading up to Daytona, I didn't even have the nerves set in because I'm so used to this track. I'm like, okay, it's like my backyard. I have more laps here than anybody here combined.
She took her confidence and her many, many laps to the Daytona 200 in February, her first time running in the main ARCA series.
I think it's just a different feeling being in the car, in the seat, like knowing you're like the only one in there. It's all you. It comes down to you, your skill, like you're in full control. There we go. And I've always been a control freak, so anytime I'm in control, I do fine.
The Sanford native always wanted to race, but knew how expensive it is to make it big. So while studying aerospace engineering at UCF, what she now views as a fallback, she got her big break, picking up a sponsorship with Celsius.
So I was like, okay, it's not going to be like a reachable goal, and then we kind of got our big break. So then I was like, engineering to the side, racing coming in, exactly what I want to do. Let's just do it full time.
Don't get me wrong, the engineering background still does come in handy.
If we didn't have this, we would not be on the track. We would be flying through the air. So you're thinking of completing that line of aerodynamics. This shoots it back up into the air. So if you think of just the curvature of the air, this will deflect the air off of the back spoiler to bring it over the next car.
Logan says she likes control. She handles her job, her sport, all while staying true to herself.
Especially females in racing, like I always say, hold your girl. Don't change for anybody. If people are gonna judge you, they're gonna judge you. Like you have people on social media that are like, worry more on your driving than your makeup. And I'm like, I do my makeup for me, not everybody else. So hold your girl, do what you want, just be yourself. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to do it, do it. That's how we do it.
Racing's becoming less and less of a boy sport as it grows, and Logan's experience speaks for itself.
Like to the level where we're at, I think females have such a different respect towards them now because there's so many of us. It's kind of gaining that respect too. Like if you lose that respect, they're not going to respect you.
On a normal day of work at the track, Logan is greeted by the empty rainbow seats in the bleachers, but coming out on the biggest weekend of the sport to thousands of fans, that's a feeling she's not going to forget.
Like I've been here for like Daytona 500s for like 7 years straight, and I'd look up there and see the amounts of people, I'd see the people walking through the pits and being here, and actually showing up, walking my car to grid on pit road. It was kind of like, oh my gosh, we made it. Like we're here. Like I don't even care how I do in the race. We've made it. Like we're good.
To wear a uniform donning the United States badge is one of the highest honors. When Sarah Evans grew up in a military family in Florida and went on to serve in the Air Force herself, she was able to represent her country.
My dad was in the Air Force and was at Herbert Field. And when I graduated high school, the Air Force gave me a scholarship and a contract to the Citadel. In 2011, I deployed to Afghanistan for what was supposed to be a year-long deployment, but I got sick.
3 months into her deployment, a complete surprise for a young, fit, healthy woman diagnosed with bone cancer in her 20s.
Did radiation, chemotherapy, and then had the leg amputated through the pelvis because that's where the tumor was located, and that was really the only chance of surviving it.
Following the amputation, Sarah was introduced to different types of therapy, including recreational, opening her up to a whole new world of opportunity.
It really challenged me to be creative and adaptive and rethink what my limitations truly were. I think my biggest drive was regaining my independence. I didn't want to have to be cared for.
Those limitations don't seem to exist for Sarah, from hiking Mount Kilimanjaro to taking part of a marathon and joining the CrossFit community. She's always looking for what's next, and not just for herself.
I think my biggest motivation is just really to grow the sport. I'm gonna get emotional. Just what adaptive sports has done for my life and for my recovery, and what it's given me and given me back that, independence, and made me a stronger person, and all the opportunities that I've had, being a more confident mother to 2 little boys that are very active. I just want to continue to grow that.
That's led her to some uncharted territory. The US Amputee soccer team saw some of her videos on social media from the gym, and they reached out about an opportunity she couldn't turn down.
I have never played soccer. I've never played a team sport, actually. I love a good challenge. I love trying new things, especially when given an opportunity to try, and with people that believe in me. I have major FOMO, and I don't want to miss out on anything.
Sarah will be a defender on the first ever U.S. women's amputee soccer team. It's going to be a chance to meet other athletes and women like herself and inspire others.
I think because I see the future, and I want them to be empowered, and I want just the same. I've been very fortunate. I've been given a lot of opportunities to get where I'm at, to feel comfortable in my skin, feel comfortable in my body. And I just want that for the whole disabled community, not just, within the US, but around the world.
Over a decade has passed, and some things may look a little different this time, but Sarah will once again put on a uniform, donning the United States badge, and represent her country to the highest honor.
Making part of history. I mean, for the first time ever, Team USA will have a women's team. And I just can't say no to that. I mean, to be able to put on the uniform and get on the field and put my hand over my heart and hear the national anthem, it's gonna be awesome.
Put your sunglasses on so my light's not in your eyes.
A trip to the dentist is a good habit or a chore for some, but for Sherri Priami, it's the ideal setting.
I just like working with people. I don't think that I'd be happy, sitting in a cubicle alone.
Sherri's a people person, but after a long day of talking to people and the people more like mumbling back, it's time to get out and unwind.
Time work's done, I'm ready to go kind of exert some energy, let some of my steam off for the day. Typically for a dental hygienist, full-time is 4 days a week. I happen to only do 3 at the moment, which allows me to have a little bit more time to focus on my bodybuilding.
Wait, what?
Now it's like I can't get enough. I want to be bigger.
Part bodybuilder, part dental hygienist. Talk about balance.
That's it. I'm a pretty type A OCD type of person. I work really well with a schedule and a plan. This is my sanctuary. This is where I come to decompress and, believe it or not, relax. This is my favorite time of day. This is where I feel comfortable. I feel at home here.
Bodybuilding wasn't always the plan for Sherri. After having her 3rd baby, she wanted to get back in shape. She and a friend said, let's sign up for a figure competition to give us a goal to work towards.
We had this whole Fit by 40 was our motto. My first competition, I won, and so we did another one, and I won that one, and that qualified me for a national show. It took on a life of its own after that.
Sherri got her pro card, and suddenly she was seeing herself for what she is, one of the top female bodybuilders in the world.
I don't think I realized how I looked or the changes that I had made until I saw my stage shots, of the competition, especially my back. I turned around and, oh my gosh, that's me. It was really kind of surreal.
As her muscles grow, so does her discipline, habits, heart, mental toughness. Something that she and any female bodybuilder need for success. And she's found community in the sport, less like competition and more like camaraderie.
I think we deal with a lot of society outlashing towards us for how we look. A lot of people don't find us socially normal, physically, which I understand.
Not really a surprise. Female bodybuilders hear it. They hear it from the trolls, people who don't understand what it takes. Sherri doesn't let it get to her. She puts in the work because that's what she wants.
That's what I focus on. I focus on the positive. And, I have a lot of younger girls who approach me and will say that, that I inspire them, and to me, that's worth it all. To be that kind of a role model for somebody, doing something that you love, it's pretty cool.
It's never too late to go after a dream, and balancing it all takes a lot of strength.
I've learned that I'm a lot stronger mentally than I ever thought I was. That as long as you have that drive and that desire, you're pretty much able to do whatever you want in life. The confidence that comes with that, the ability to know that if you're consistent and you work the plan and you stay the course, as cliche as it sounds, that eventually you come out winning.
Oh, this was the feat I was telling you about.
One foot in front of the other. That's all it takes to get started until you have that belief in yourself. Metaphorical feet or literal tiny feet collected during elementary school gym class in Adrienne Bunn's case.
I had like this little plastic foot that I put around a necklace, and I got like the most feet around because I love to run, and I just realized I love to run.
Step by step, the sport unlocked a world of possibility for a young athlete with autism.
I got off medication while doing running. It's very therapeutic. I love to run.
Much of Adrienne's autism affects her in the form of anxiety, but when she's out for a run,
I usually keep my mind pretty calm. I think of names, people that support me, people that are pros in this race that I love. I think of like history people, so I love World War II kind of thing.
Adrienne's name will be in those history books one day too, competing in some of the biggest races in the world, and not just running either. Adrienne took up triathlon when she was 13, racing in the Great Floridian. A couple triathlons, then Ironmans.
It's crazy how I did like the biggest amount of races, the biggest race in the triathlon world. To do 3 sports into one was like so cool because you could do a challenge and just have mix up the training so much.
Through Culture City, an organization whose mission is to create sensory accessibility and inclusion for those affected, like Adrienne, she trained for the Ironman of all Ironmans in Kona, Hawaii this November.
I mean, she loves doing it. It helps her mind and body, especially with having autism, and it helps her focus better. So she doesn't have to take medication, and it makes her feel better just as a person.
Very happy and very calm right now.
There's a lot that goes into preparing for an Ironman. As a senior at Ocala High School, Adrienne spent about 20 hours a week training.
It's a process. It's not just the running and the biking. It is the nutrition, making sure all your equipment is charged and ready to go, make sure you have your kit, your shoes, all that stuff, and it's like a continuous cycle.
And when she crossed the finish line, she became the youngest female athlete with autism to complete the Ironman World Championship. Just 3 weeks after competing in the Ironman, Adrienne crossed the finish line of the New York City Marathon, a time of 3 hours, 51 minutes, by the way.
Running makes me feel I have a voice in the world, and I am super passionate about running. This one is Kona.
From the days of collecting little plastic feet on her necklace to now stacking bracelets with reminders, anything is possible.
This is a quote that I love, so it's my favorite quote. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it.
Even a simple mantra can help you live your life for the moment.
It's what I say. If you have a passion of something, don't say, oh, maybe next year. No, life is too short. Start now.
It's a good day for a good day. Mona Rodriguez wears it proudly on her t-shirt, along with her heart on her sleeve every day. It's a simple reminder, sure, but it's been there for Mona throughout a time where she didn't know if there would be another good day.
I feel like I was about to die. I was gonna die, but I fight.
A fight for her life began this summer.
The only thing I can remember about that, July 11, I was coming here to do CrossFit, to work out. And I told one of the coaches, one of my good friends' story. I I say, I will see you there. They never saw me.
What happened next all faded away.
No, just that I was going, that I was coming here. That's all I can remember.
She later learned that she was riding her motorcycle to the gym when a truck didn't see her while it was turning, hitting her from the left side. Next thing she knew, Mona was waking up in the hospital with a world of questions.
What am I doing in hospital? Why I have so many scars, so many surgeries, so many... My memory has nothing. I have no memory. I don't know who I was, what was my name, where I got born. I didn't know friends. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk.
The accident left Mona with brain bleeds affecting her memory, her mobility, left her broken physically, but her spirit never shattered.
It's big, it's super big. I didn't know how big it was, but this one broke it, which is huge too.
Impossible for anyone to go through, but even harder for a professional athlete like Mona. She played for the Central Florida Crusaders indoor team this past season. The Columbia native came to America to play college soccer on a scholarship, then moved to Orlando to pursue the sport at the pro level. Soccer has always been her driver.
I think it's the time you put in that, like every practice. People's looking at you, you have motivation. Kids, they feel like, oh, I cannot be like her, I want to be like her.
4 months have now passed since the accident, and Mona's defying the odds each day.
Now I'm learning like a kid, you know? Because I'm super slow, I cannot do a skill like I like to do. But, you know, I couldn't even touch the ball before.
Relearning how to walk.
The nurses asked me, how you feel? I say, I feel alive.
And memories coming flooding back.
I was like, I can't believe that's me. Like, I was playing soccer, professional soccer. So I say, well, you know what? I need to go back soon.
She's working every day to getting back to play soccer and reminding herself that it's a good day for a good day.
I like to live my life the way I want to live, which is the day. Tomorrow I have other plans, but today is today.